Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. Today, we are going to discuss the massive call that Graham Potter needs to make for the future, for the project, for the way that this all looks moving forward. And that big decision is, what formation did Chelsea Football Club go with? In the last 3 games, we have seen Chelsea revert to a 3 at the back system. And lo and behold, we have won 3 games on the spin, scoring 6 goals, significantly more than we've done in the previous 4 months, and only conceding 1. Do Chelsea need to stick with this for the long-term Graham Potter project, or do we need to go to a 4 at the back system to unlock more attacking players? I want to discuss this today, but before I do that, I want to let you guys know that we are so close to 250,000 Chelsea fans. So if you're not yet subscribed, please do so, and hitting the like button on this video will help me get to it a little bit quicker. Without any further ado, let's take a look at what Chelsea have been doing in the past couple of games. We have seen a 3 at the back system. You have seen Graham Potter go back to basics, and Chelsea have done the basic principles of playing football well. Defend well and let the attacking speak for itself. It's often said that if you can defend very well, you will win football matches. Just look at what Thomas Tuchel did at Chelsea when he came in and revolutionised what we were trying under Lampard, went to a 3 at the back, firmed up the defence and won Chelsea the holy grail of European football, the UEFA Champions League, the European Cup. Chelsea did that, and then Graham Potter comes in. We're rumoured to believe that the long-term plan of how we play sexy, entertaining football was to move away from 3 at the back and go to 4 defenders with a traditional right back and a traditional left back that could look right now with this Chelsea squad something like this that we saw and we lost in this game. This is more like a 4-2-3-1, but 4-3-3 in various different transitions. It didn't work, and it's got to a point where Graham Potter was left with no choice but against Leeds United in a match that was considered to be a make-or-break game, one of 2 make-or-break games for his future as Chelsea manager. We reverted back to what has worked over the years, over the last 5 years really for Chelsea Football Club, which is 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, 2 in the middle, and then 3 forwards. With the centre-back quality that Chelsea have right now, it isn't difficult to find 3 centre-backs who can assure and safe up a defence. When you look at Chelsea's defensive record this season, even if we're not scoring many goals, defensively we're still one of the best performing teams in the league, which doesn't really surprise you when you've signed 33 million Koulibaly, 60 million Cucurella, you've got Thiago Silva, a world-class elite level veteran of the game, and then players like Trevor Chalobah, who comes in and does a good job all the time, plus new signings, Benoit Badiashile, and now with the re-emergence of Reece James, who once again is a significantly better footballer as a wing-back than a full-back, and Benjamin bloody Chilwell, significantly better as a left wing-back than a traditional left-back. You see all of this, and all of a sudden, Chelsea have got 6 players already in their starting 11, and we haven't even touched the midfield or attack yet. And for whatever reason, this just works. And Graham Potter, considering what we talked about yesterday with Mason Mount potentially leaving Chelsea, Chelsea are looking at signing a midfielder in the summer. And all we're led to believe at the moment is Chelsea Football Club want a central midfielder to be the midfield partner of Enzo Fernandez, who we've seen come in, generational talent midfielder, absolutely world class, comes into the Premier League, age doesn't look like any kind of issue, and he's taken the league by storm. Now, regardless of whether or not Potter would have continued to use a 4 at the back system or the persistence now with a 3 at the back, Enzo Fernandez is going to be a mainstay in this Chelsea team. We've spent over 100 million on him, and it's already looking as though there's no questions and qualms about that price tag. So, moving forward, Graham Potter has either got to stick with this, in which case he's only ever going to have 5 potential midfielders and attackers to use in every single game, and we're linked with another striker. We've got Nkunku coming in the summer. We want to keep João Felix. We've got Mudryk who's just signed. Madueke who's just signed. Armando Broja ready to come back from an ACL injury. Kai Havertz. And then there's players like Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Hakim Ziyech, who might be leaving. But you see where we're looking here. There's a lot of players who you would consider to be good enough players to start for Chelsea, but not all of them are always going to be able to play if we stick with a 3 at the back. There's also the talk that Enzo Fernandez, the best Enzo Fernandez will be if there is a midfield pivot. Now, this can either be as a midfield 2, when you've got flanking Reece James, flanking Ben Chilwell, with then 3 attackers in front, or it is that change into a 4 at the back, using a 4-2-3-1 that so far hasn't worked under Potter, if you allow a player like a Romeo Lavia, a Declan Rice. I would say Chelsea desperately need, regardless of whether we stick with a 3 at the back or we go and revert to a 4, double pivot 6, whatever, Chelsea need a disciplined, pragmatic anchor man to free up the ability of Enzo Fernandez. And I think Graham Potter's biggest decision needs to come as a result of deciding and just making it super clear that whatever the plan is moving forward, revert back to 4, stick with 3. Enzo Fernandez is the linchpin in this Chelsea team. What I saw in that game against Leicester, blue box performance in the 6 Things We Learned series, what we have seen so far during a period where you would expect Enzo to be slowly fitting in, getting used to the pace of the Premier League, getting used to the way that the quality is significantly up week on week than what he was used to at Benfica and during the youth levels of his career whilst in Argentina. We don't need to worry about Enzo Fernandez. Graham Potter, it's a beautiful dilemma that he's got here, because whether or not he wants to eventually move to a 4 at the back, which is still really considered the long-term thing when a lot of Chelsea fans believe a fluid 4-3-3 with 2 8s is the best way to go to get the best out of some of the players, or sticking with a 3 at the back, which is currently working. To have someone as that man in the middle, the creative brilliance of Enzo Fernandez, is the reason why this is a beautiful problem for Graham Potter. And making that call moving forward is something I really don't want us to rush. I think between now and the end of the season, sticking with the 3 at the back system with Reece James when he's fit, Chilwell on the left and right, this is the most important, okay? In order for this wing-back system to be as effective as it has been, the 2 key players outside of Enzo are Reece and Chilwell. These 2 players being fit means that this system will work for Chelsea 9 times out of 10. That is the reason why we won the Champions League. That is the reason why, until both of these players were injured, Chelsea were top of the league last season under Thomas Tuchel. Reece James and Ben Chilwell were those reasons. So, in my opinion, this decision that I believe Potter will need to make in terms of the long-term identity of what this Chelsea team looks like, Graham Potter in the last couple of games has been very good at changing formations in the game and adapting to the opposition and the way the game is going. Continue to do that, Graham, and this becomes the beautiful problem that I've explained. We can sometimes use 4 at the back. We can sometimes use 3 because Enzo Fernandez, Reece James and Ben Chilwell are absolutely key to Chelsea. It's not about Mason Mount signing a new deal. In my opinion, Mason is no longer the most important player in the club. Reece James, Chilwell and Enzo Fernandez are. So everything that we do decision-wise moving forward should be based on whether or not these guys are fit. That is the way that I think Graham Potter builds something special at Chelsea Football Club. That's the big decision. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Does it need to be a big decision? Can we keep seeing similar things to what we saw against Leicester, where in the game, Potter makes decisions, we see a 3 at the back, we see a 4 at the back, and Chelsea look good in all of those different transitional phases? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Do you agree with the 3 key players that I've chosen for Graham Potter's managerial career at Chelsea Football Club? All 3 of them are still not at their best, in my opinion. Ben Chilwell, the oldest of those 3, but what an absolutely brilliant conundrum, if it still is a conundrum. Or maybe we just stick it at 3 at the back forever. We keep winning with it. I don't know. This is great. Finally, we can talk about solutions whilst we're winning. This is the beauty of Chelsea Football Club. We were not sticking in the trenches for as long as I thought we would be. We're out. We're getting out of it now. And I'm looking forward to this weekend at home to Everton in the Premier League. A team in good form under Sean Dyche. This is a great test for Potter here because you look at that Everton team, all of a sudden, almost impossible to break them down. How are Chelsea going to do it? But I saw enough against Leicester. We scored 6 goals, I think, in that game. Only three of them counted, but fine margins. Looking forward to it. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by hitting the like button. Thoughts on 3 at the back or 4 at the back in the comments down below. Come on, you Blues.